Happy Easter to everyone. Alexis Nunes alongside Paul Mariner. Good to be back in studio. Mara's talking about Manchester United, this time up against Everton, and it feels like deja vu. It feels like we've been transported back to pre-Ole Gunnar Solskjaer time when Jose Mourinho was still in charge. Everton absolutely thrashing United 4-0 at Goodison Park. Maras, I got a text from Paul Mariner that I wish I could show you guys, but we can't because this is a family program. But he says, you know, when Theo Walcott scores, that's how you know you're no good. In not so many words, Maris, but is that how you just sum up the current state of Manchester United?
Well, I mean, the thing with this performance, where do we start? I mean, it was absolutely atrocious. Front to back, back to front, you
From the very start?
Absolutely. I couldn't believe what I was watching with the way that United just fell out of the traps. Everton looked magnificent, and partly because, A, they were really geared up, really geared up, and made to look a very, very good side. Every single player on the Everton side was at it, 100%. I don't know what they've been feeding them, I don't know what the manager said, but I'll tell you what, they were at, and they were fantastic today. But some of the defending from Manchester United, all the lines, you can discuss every single line, Lex.
Well, let's do that and start quickly from the first goal then. Where did it all go wrong after that? Because that just set off those dominoes.
Well, number one, it was a foul throw that the assistant ref didn't see, so VAR next year be chalked off. But when you've got a long throw situation coming in, you've got to front and back the attacking player. So a player in the front, player behind, and compete for the ball. They didn't compete for the ball. Now, it was fantastic skill from Richarlison for the volley. It was a tremendous volley. But Dallo, look, you've got to put your head in. Yeah, you're going to get smashed, but you've got to block it. You've got to do something. You don't take your head out of the way. So that was the start of things to come.
And then it just continued.
And it just continued. So you look at the back four that Ollie put out there, and it wasn't great. I mean, Lindelof at right back, Smalling, Jones, Dallo. I mean, you're not going to win much with that. So that's point number one. It gets a little bit better on paper as you go forward. You've got Fred, you got Pogba. But Pogba was again missing. The front three, Martial, we never really saw him. Rashford didn't look interested. Lukaku couldn't trap a bag of cement today.
Why do you think Pogba went missing again? Because, I mean, especially after what happened in the Champions League in the last couple of games for Manchester United, you kind of expected or would think that they would use a game like this to at least make a quick statement before the tough fixtures against Manchester
Everybody's
City.
thinking bounce back.
Exactly.
Barcelona bounce back. It was the exact
This game
opposite.
was Pogba's for the take. Was it just because he was, again, not in his preferred position?
No, he didn't look interested. From the get-go, he didn't look interested. Look, whatever the tactics the manager comes up with, you're the top man, you're the lead guy, you're Paul Pogba. You've got to show something. You didn't show anything at all. So when you look at the second goal, it was actually from, I think it was either from an attacking throw-in for United or a corner kick. Bernardo gets the ball and everybody backs off him. Fred doesn't go and close him down, so he gives him time to roll out and turn. He plays a ball to not the quickest guy on the field, Sigurdsson, against Matic, not the quickest guy in the field. And in the end, he scores from that position, Lex. Now, when Sigurdsson's going in, Matic, he doesn't close him down. He shows him inside on, guess which foot, his right foot. And it was a decent strike. We expect De Gea to do a little bit better. Yeah. But you're in a massive hole now. You're 2-0 down. You've not even got out the blocks. It's 65% possession for Everton. And all the Man United fans on Twitter and all over the shop are saying, what's going on here? It's back to Moyes days, back to Mourinho days, you know. So it's not as bad as that. But what it is, it's when I saw Mickey Phelan and Ollie on the sidelines having a quiet little chat with each other, they were sorting out who's staying and who's going. 100%. They weren't doing anything tactically. They weren't changing anything. They were looking at those players and they're saying, here's what we've got to do. Because that's the next big step.
So then going forward now, is that what you just expect to have Ole Gunnar Solskjaer clear out the thing? Because people now are quick to blame Solskjaer and saying that maybe he shouldn't rely on the Fergie ways, which is now deemed the United way. Maybe you should just do away with that and have his own brand and build through that and clean out shop.
Well, look, for 10 games or whatever it was, he was absolutely magnificent. He couldn't do anything wrong.
But now we know that those players are not good enough or consistent enough to...
We're applauding everything that he did. Now, how long can you keep that going? Well, if you're a decent side, you can keep it going the whole season. Look at Man City, look at Liverpool, look at the best teams in the world. They do it day in, day out. Whether there's tactical changes or not, it just goes to prove that this group of players, and whether it's Mourinho who spent in excess of 260 million, whether it's his fault, that's history now. You've got to get over that. You've got to start to say, right, how are we going to build Manchester United into the fantastic football club that it is? It's a massive, massive task. Ollie's been given that task. Now, can he do it with Woodward in charge? I don't know. Everybody's saying they need a sporting director. I think they probably do, because it's a huge task. Because if you go through the squad, who needs to stay and who needs to go, there's a lot that need to go, because they're just not good enough. It's simple.
Plain and simple. You heard it there from Paul Marin, and it definitely showed today at Goodison Park. So a lot more changes still need to happen at Manchester United. And as Maris said, quite a few of those changes actually might need to happen off the pitch.